The seal on this cylinder is leaking. I had it on the bench trying to get this off of here, but I just could not hold it, so I've put it back here on the mulcher in order to hold it. So what has to happen, I think anyway, is I've got to get a punch, and there's two holes here that I can shove down in, and this whole collar has to turn this way because there is a ring in here that has to come out in order for then to take this collar off to get to that seal. So let's see if I can do it now. It's not budging. Not at all. Not at all. All right, I think what I'll do is get some type of slickum and put in there and let that soak down around here and let it sit overnight and go from there. I think this is the way it comes off, is this ring goes all the way around here, sits inside of a groove. So this thing has to spin around to spin that ring out, and then once that ring out is out of there, it's no longer locking this in place, and then this can be pulled right out of here, and then that seal changed. It's been years and years since I did a cylinder of this type, but if I recall, that's the way it's done. Well, I left my SD card in the computer, so when I went to turn my GoPro on, no SD card in it, so here I am with my phone. So I'm back to this cylinder trying to take it apart. I took it to my John Deere dealer a couple days ago. I was down in the area and just asked him to verify with him if I was doing this properly, if I had the right concept, and I did. He put it on his vise and got his spanner wrench out and tried to turn it, and he didn't get anywhere with it. Now, the problem was, it didn't help that I put a punch in these two holes here because I don't have those special spanner wrenches. So his spanner wrench was not sitting in there the way it should. But even if I hadn't screwed these holes up, I don't think he would have gotten it out. So what he suggested is I get some acetone and transmission fluid, spray in here, leave it sit overnight, and spray it some more. So I've done that for a couple of days now. So I've got a big pipe wrench here and a sledgehammer. I'll get a pipe if I have to. I'm going to put it on here now and see if I can twist this thing out, get this piece out of here, and get that off of there. It's not moving, and I can't really put heat on it because that will screw up the integrity of the cylinder housing. Oh man, what the hell do I do? You know, I had almost a 3-foot pipe there that I put on it. Man, oh man. Let me scratch my head a little bit longer over this one. Hey, I think I got movement on it. Only after 5 feet of pipe, but I think it's moving. Oh yeah, this thing has come out. Oh, okay. If I don't kill myself first, I think I got this. Ta-da! Okay, let me show you how this works. You see that groove in there? There's a hook on the end of this, and in that groove is a small hole right there. So that sits in there, and then to put it back on, I'll set that in there, and then I'll just twist this thing back around, and it'll pull this retainer through there and hold it in that groove, and boom, just like that. Now I got to try to get this piece out of there. I guess I can do this one of two ways. I'm going to use the pipe wrench first on here and just wiggle it back and forth, see if I can do it. Otherwise, I can take this pin out and just yank the whole rod out of there, and that should pull it out. So let me set you back down here. And there we go, just like that. All right, now I can take this in on the bench, pull the rod out of here, and then get to that seal there. Okay, so I'm not sure if it was the acetone and transmission fluid that helped, or the 5-foot pipe that helped, or maybe a combination of the two, but there we go. Now, let's pull this out. Oh, man. I'm right there. Since I don't have the right camera and you're going to keep turning over, I'm just going to turn you off and do what I have to do here. We'll come back to it and I'll show you what's happening. Okay, so of course, when I finally got this out of there, there was still some oil in that cylinder on the back side. So of course it spilled on the counter here, made a mess. So I put some oil Zorb down. All right, now, usually it's a nut on the end of here. Something you can put a wrench on to turn that off, but this is all round. So now this piece has to come off of the shaft in order for me to get this piece off in order to replace the seals here. And I do have the seal kit. So initially I had just bought the seals that I thought I would need. Just the ones for the piston itself, the seal and the wiper ring. But the mechanic down at the John Deere dealership said, you better get the whole seal kit because you should probably change these seals, this seal here, since you're going into it this far. So rather than $20, I spent $120 on the seal kit. So now I got to get this off of here, and it's not a place for any type of spanner wrench on there. Nope, those are not holes for that. Well, I guess I can get a pipe wrench and put on there, because if I mar that up, that's not gonna matter. All right, let me figure this out. You are being turned off again. Okay, I just needed something solid and a long piece of pipe, and this thing twists off of here now. I got it loose. So just like that, this will now come off of here. Okay, I'm turning you off again. Okay, this is what it looks like when it's all pulled apart. So this is the seal that's leaking. There's two seals here. This is mainly just a dust seal here. And then back inside of there is the actual oil seal. So I've got to take those two seals out. There is an O-ring and a backup seal here that I'll replace. And then there's this seal, and then there's actually three seals here, and then there's an O-ring inside of there. So I've got a whole lot more seals in here than I need, but I'm not pulling the other end off, so that that would be a couple more O-rings. But all right, let's get this back together. I'm not going to show you this process here. Seals aren't that difficult to get in there, although sometimes they can be. These here can be a little bare sometimes, getting them bent in there to get them down in there properly, but this shouldn't be too bad here. Yeah, that seal just kind of disintegrated as I pulled it out of here. Here's the wiper seal. Okay, the key to putting these seals in is to get it the right way. If you look at this side, you can kind of see a lip here around the outside edge. So that this side is going to go on the inside, right here. And I've got to get it down inside of the groove. This outside is where the wiper seal is just going to go in there. That's easy. But there's a groove underneath of there. So it's got to go in that way, because this lip around here, when the oil pressure or hydraulic pressure comes against here, it opens that lip up in order for the oil not to go past the rod or the housing here. So That's the key, getting that seal in the right way. So let's do that. There are all of the old seals, and the new seals are all on here and in place, ready to put this back together. The most difficult one was this one here that goes on the outside of this, because this is more of a hard plastic, not a rubber. So what I did was I used the heat gun and I heated this seal up. Well, not this one, this is the old one, but heated it up, stretched it out a little bit, heated it some more, stretched it some more, and then I got it on there without an issue. So that was the worst one to put on there. Okay, it looks like this thing is ready to go back together. So let me just do it in reverse order now. Ready to put the last piece in here. So I've got to make sure that this hole is going to line up with this slot, because that is going to hook in there once I get it in there. That's going to hook in there. Oh, hold it. Is that the right way? Oh, I got to make sure I get the right hole. So when I twist this around, I end up with this on the top side and this going in that hole. So I've got to go to the other side and put this in. So yep, that's the last piece of the puzzle here. And just like that, we've got that thing in there, and all is good with the world again. Okay, I will remember to put the SIM card in the GoPro for tomorrow, although I don't know what I will be doing tomorrow. We had right here at the farm, we had 1 inch of rain yesterday, and then overnight up until about, I guess it stopped raining about noon today. So 1 inch of rain. Yep, the tractor sprayer is sitting there. Fertilizer spreader sitting over there. I still have more fertilizer to put on my soybean ground, but we're back to wet again. Cloudy today, the rest of today, well, it's almost 5 o'clock now. Cloudy tomorrow. I think there's another chance. Tomorrow is Thursday. I think there's another chance of rain on Saturday, actually, Friday or Saturday. I don't know if we'll get back into the field this week just because it's so wet. So not sure what I'll be doing, but I know I will have the card in my camera for next time. Battery's getting ready to go dead in the phone. So I'm going to say, see ya. See ya.